Shalom. Kol Holo Yahweh Ba'ashum Yahusha Ba'ashum Rakah Chodash. The bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders. At Great Millstone, Ruel tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there just preaching his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Tabernacle David, hopeful lake and the speckled bird. I want to say shalom. Slakia. Now with this election, pretty much expose a whole bunch of demons out here. They wilding out from Edomites to Jakes, even the other nations that are here in Babylon the Great. A lot of them is going crazy. A lot of them have pretty much exposed themselves, especially Jake, man. Rather it's the Jake woman or the Jake man, whatever side that they're for, they wilding out, man. They're Charleston White wilding out. Other dudes like him wilding out. A whole bunch of women on TikTok wilding out. Right? But the Lord is about to bring all this to a close. Right? Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for that. We don't have to wait too much longer. We don't. Right? Just got to continue in this walk, endure hardness as a good soldier. Even, just me speaking as a man, even if you have to wait a couple more years, what's that to the kingdom of heaven? Right? But we do know everything is coming down to the wire. All right. As I brought out in one of my other lessons, I'm not going to get it, but as they say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come. Because I believe Trump is having talks with Putin to pretty much de-escalate the war in Ukraine. And let's say he does. All right, let's say Putin does that. It's only a matter of time before it escalates and get crazy out here. All right? We're already in the war. Babylon the Great is already in World War III. Whether you believe it or not. We're already in World War III. What's going to happen is going to heat up. But I want to get some of these scriptures in Yahweh desires an edifying lesson. I'm going to get this real quick. This is Sirach 10 is verse 24. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored. Yet there shall none of them greater than he that fears the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, we're going to be on such a higher pedestal that they can't even see it, man. How high we're going to be in the times to come. These men have made a name for themselves. But the men of the Lord that fear the Lord, they're making their calling election sure. We're going to be greater than them, as the scriptures say. The least shall be the greatest, right? The greatest shall be the least, just roughly paraphrasing. The roles are going to be reversed. And here it is. You have, as I said earlier, gave the examples of Jake and even the other nations going crazy concerning this election. But I want to get that word. I had trouble saying it. So Salakia. It says a monarch or ruler, especially of the autocratic one. All right. So a monarch ruler, and what they're calling Trump, they saying King Trump. King Trump. Got King Trump in office. Now, you should know our stance. At the end of the day, we don't care who's in office. We care about the prophecies because we understand regardless who is in office, the prophecies are going to stand. Right? We don't put our trust in man. We don't put our trust in Babylon the Great. When the hood is still going to be hood, Flint is still going to have dirty water. We're still going to be at the bottom no matter what president you have in office, man. We're waiting for the Lord to come and save us and give us honor and glory, right? Slaggy, get this right here. Sirach 10 and verse 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. Pride was not made for men. And these Edomites, they got a full jolt of electricity, man, within them. Seeing their boy, King Trump, as they call him, in office. They got a second win. They feeling good about themselves. And I'll say this, let them have it. Let them enjoy it. Because when Yahushua comes crashing down upon their kingdom, oh man, as we just read, pride was not made for men. The Lord is going to trump you. And it's no coincidence that as we read, which I'll get in a sec, that in the last trump, the Lord is going to trump over Babylon the Great. You see? Lord got this man Trump in office. His name is Trump. And in the last trump, the Lord is going to trump over him. Right? As we'll get in a sec. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of power. Neither doth corruption inherit corruption. All right? So pretty much these bodies that we have, these corruptible bodies, these bodies that are in chains of darkness. When Christians read that verse, they're thinking about, what they picture as fallen angels. No, we were the fallen angels. All right? Going to angels, one of the meanings is messenger. All right? We fell from the Lord. And the Lord took away our strength, our power, our height. All right? But we're going to get that back and more. All right? We're going to get that back and more tenfold. All right? We're going to have spiritual power. We're never going to die. These bodies are never going to decay. Because you reach a certain age, pretty much after you, for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, after your frontal lobe is developed, that's when you really become a man in the mindset, I should say, in the mindset, because you're really a man when you reach puberty, right? But a man, really a man in mindset, supposedly after your frontal lobe grows in, fully develops. And then after that, it's really downhill. If you ain't already had any, ailments before then, it's really downhill. Your body is really made to decay, right? So that's not going to happen unto us. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. You see that? It's no coincidence that this man's name is Trump. And the Lord said in the last trump, right? He's going to trump over this man and this kingdom, over the wicked elites. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Right? Those that pass away in this truth, right? Those that are of the elect, that are in the heavens, that are resting, taking a nice little nap, they're going to be the first ones to be risen up. And then those that are down here, they're going to be raised up next. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. as I gave the example earlier. We're the true fallen angels. We're in these bodies that are made to decay. You know, you may not heal as fast. Shoot, you may not run as fast, jump as high as you used to. May not be as energetic. You know, this is most definitely stems from the ways of Babylon the Great and the chemicals that they put in our foods made to slow us down and keep us sick and keep us down in a low vibration. But once again, all that's going to change. All right. So when the incorruptible shall have put on incorruption and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall it be brought to pass, saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. We're going to have those new bodies when we get beamed up. We're going to be perfect. It's like it. We're going to be perfect. No one can touch us. No one can harm us. Right? It's what Esau Edom wishes that he can have. You know, he makes all those movies and him traveling the stars and other planets. Guess what? We're going to have that. We're going to be able to do that. This is Sirach 10 and verse 19. They that fear the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai are a sure seed, and they that love him in an honorable plant. You see, you want to be an honorable plant, a sure seed in the sight of the Lord. You don't want to be a degenerate plant, right? As a barren, wicked seed. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed, and they that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed, right? That goes for most of the part, the 2/3. They over there running to go vote, thinking that they doing something, thinking that this kingdom is going to be the revised Roman Empire, right? We're going to shut all this stuff down. The Lord's going to shut you down. Shut the 2/3 down. Verse 20, among the brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are all they that fear the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai in his eyes. You see, you're chief, you're honorable if you fear the Lord. As we read earlier, right? In what was it? Sirach 10 and verse 24. You fear the Lord, you're gonna be higher. You're gonna be greater than all these men upon the earth. Your name is gonna be known. Right? Now I want to get this in Daniel 5. I may jump around. I may not, depends on the spirit. But the Lord brought this back to my remembrance because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, myself and other brothers had did a lesson on what happened over there at CERN and how they pretty much got the same message of, where's it at? Tickle, right? And pretty much, you know, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just showing that your kingdom is through. All right, the Lord gave you a little more time, to develop your machinery. All right, and your arts and crafts store helps you tap into this, tap into that. You know, if I'm not mistaken, it was working on dark matter. You know, me speaking as a man, they trying to go back in the past and, you know, don't take that as gospel, but, you know, them trying to rewrite their history, trying to get back their blessing, or truly thinking that they're going to reign and rule forever, man. That they're going to be over us. That the scriptures, even though the scriptures say what it says, they're trying to supersede the scriptures, right? They're trying their best, but guess what? The Lord is having you in that trick bag, having you in that prideful state, thinking that you're going to win. He really has it to where you thinking that you're going to win, you know? But here it is. The Lord is giving you signs and wonders that you're not going to win. I can only imagine how scary that will be to see that message that the Lord left for these people. All right, you're not going to win. You're going to be brought down. Let's go ahead and get this. Daniel 5. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast to the thousands of his lord and drank. All right, lords, Slakia, and drank wine before the thousand. So this man in his kingdom was worshiping all these gods of wood and stone. Doesn't that sound familiar? Over here in Babylon the Great, all these other gods, all these other denominations, such madness, man. While he tasted the wine and commanded to bring the gold and silver in vessels, which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem, the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes and his wives and his concubines drank in them. They drank the wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, brass, and iron, and of wood and stone. In the same hour came forth fingers. All right, check this. Daniel 5:5. In the same hour there came forth fingers of a man's hand. Now what it do? And wrote over against the candlesticks upon the plaster of the wall in the king's palace, and the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Hey, that's got to be a scary sight to see. All these shows and movies, they I best believe they get their inspiration from the scriptures most definitely. Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that his joints of his loins were loose, and his knees smote one against another. So he's out there shaking, man. I thought you was tough stuff, man. What happened, man? What happened to you? Your other guys of wood and stone. You over here shaking and crying like a little baby, man. The king cried aloud to bring the astrologers. Check this. This is always what they do. There's nothing new under the sun. They did this in the land of Egypt. All right. Chaldeans and the soothsayers. So pretty much witches and warlocks, man. The Lord said they supposed to be put to death. But these are people of the nation. And the king spoke and said to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever shall read this writing, show me the interpretation thereof, shall be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about his neck. Didn't that happen to Joseph? I know I'm getting my head of myself. But as you read on down, they went to Daniel, right? And Daniel was able to interpret this. And they gave him a chain about his neck, right? Showing you that this is a great thing to be within this walk. Do not take advantage of it. And there shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. And it came to and all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing, nor make known the king the interpretations thereof. All right. Then Belshazzar, greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and the lords were astonished. Now it goes on. His queen went to ask him about Daniel. All right. I'm jumping down. Let's see, Daniel 5 and verse 12. For as much as his excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams, showing hard sentence and dissolving of doubts, we found the same Daniel when the king named Belteshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will show the interpretation. Let me see. I'm going to just jump down and get to the point. They said y'all can read it on your own. Because as you read over here in like 5 and 20, 5 and 21 on down, talks about Nebuchadnezzar, right? His father. How the Lord, this is showing you the power of the Lord. How bad the Lord can bug someone out. Think about that. How bad the Lord can bug someone out where he have you out there eating like an ox, acting like an ox, acting like a beast out there. For real. For real. He can have you like that. He did it. It's nothing new under the sun. He did it to Nebuchadnezzar. All right. But I'm going to get to the point. Daniel 5 verse 24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and the writing was written. And this writing was written mean, tickle, absharson. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mean, God had numbered thy kingdom and finish it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and are found wanting. Pierce, the kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. This just has me thinking about, this kingdom now is divided. It's Edomite versus Edomite. Shoot, and hey, for a while, for the most part, it's been Jake versus Jake as well. But who's the ruling class? That's the Edomites. So it's Edomites versus Edomites. His kingdom is divided. All right, even your other Edomite brethren, the Russians, they're planning to pretty much blow you up. All right. So yeah, this sign that the Lord gave was a sign that your kingdom is through. Right? Your kingdom is through. And the Lord did the same, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, with what happened over there in CERN. All right? Lord pretty much gave the same message. Your kingdom is through. And check this, and the commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with a scarlet and put a chain about his neck and made a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. Goes to show you, for this, hey, we was in slavery, man. These people were above us. But as I read in 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 on down, all right, it's an honor to be a man of the Lord. No matter what position you are, rich, poor, it's an honor to be a man of the Lord, because the Lord gonna lift you up, give you status, and give you power. Not just no gold chain about your neck. True rulership is coming for us, man. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out. The Lord brought this out to my remembrance. This kingdom is through. If you don't fear the Lord and you're out there still believing in Esau Edom's lies, believing in this kingdom, hey, you through. You through, man. But with that, shalom.